But look, it's been really, really good to see everyone join the webinar tonight. I really appreciate everyone attending. It's fantastic to see you have registered and you've turned up at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday night. We've got people from all over Australia. Actually, we've got people from all over the planet. I've got quite a few people from the UK, which is absolutely fantastic. And we're all here to listen to Ed talk about the affiliate program and what's happening with Dacxi and how we can share what Dacxi's doing more effectively in a lot more confident manner, so that the people that we talk to really understand that what we are doing is very unique. The people involved with the Dacxi community, in my opinion, are extremely unique and extraordinary. And I'm very grateful to see all the people here that I've developed great friendships with over the last few years on the journey of developing some true wealth in cryptocurrency. And I want to share that news with more people. And so I want to introduce Ed Ludbrook, the owner and founder of the Dacxi exchange, to share with us his wisdom on how we can be more effective at doing what we would love to do more. Welcome, Ed.
Thanks, mate. It's a pleasure, and it's great to see so many people. It's certainly great to see so many people from the UK and Ireland that are on. It's the morning, but in reality, those guys are still in lockdown, so it's not as if they've had to take off, you know, come in to see the office. They're probably sitting at home anyway. Unfortunately, we've worn that down under a little bit. We went a little bit earlier than you guys, and we were having a chat with people this morning in our time last night, and it's great to see that things are slowly looking as though they're going to start to pick up, and that sort of element of positivism, is that a word, positivism, is something we really want to communicate and be able to take into the market, because this is a very, very special time, I think, in this marketplace. I think it's a very special time. And when I look at all the things that are happening, and when we talk to people and sort of especially communicating, talking to Catherine, the MD of the UK and Ireland, and yakking to Squid and the other leaders, I just, everyone feels as though we're at the sort of cusp of something really special. And so to do that with all the new developments that we've got, I just wanted to get people in track and in tune with what we're doing in the company and what we want people to really take action on. And it's not a matter for me, I don't want to talk a lot about what Dacxi is doing or what's happening in the crypto market. It's pretty easy to access that. We've got great webinars, we've got great information about that. I just wanted to do this, what hopefully will be a relatively fast presentation. So I'm just going to share some slides just for a second. I hope you can all see that. Give us a thumb up. Can you see that? Give us a thumbs up. Can you see that? Okay, that's fantastic. And I hope I hope you can chat, because I'm going to want you to confirm a couple of things as we go. So the purpose of this webinar is basically how anyone can introduce free customers easily. Okay. How anyone can introduce free customers easily. Now, for people like me and for other guys, we think about that and we just think, like, why are we even talking about that? But the reality is the crypto market at the moment is the hottest market in the world. It's my last research that I actually shared with most people today is that the crypto market is up over 80% in the last 2 months. Okay, which for an asset market is surreal. That's so good. So how come people don't find it easier to get customers? That's the question, right? How come it's not an absolute no-brainer, easy thing for someone to do to actually get customers? It should be easy. You should just walk out there and go, oh, you know, stop annoying me. Everyone wants to be my customer because they're so excited about making money. And that's the question. Because so many people, we know that they're in their minds, they're struggling with a concept. They can maybe get one, they can maybe get two, but they should be able to get a tidal wave of customers, and they can't. So what I want to do is to deal with that. And as an organization, this is our number one focus at the moment. We want people to introduce as many customers as they can. So we launched an incentive today, which basically says that if you get, in the next 2-week period, if you get 3 customers by the new customers by the end of July, we'll give you 5,000 DAC coins, which, you know, by anyone's money is around, you know, it's like $100 US, whatever that is in Australian dollars or pounds or euros. It's a lot of money for just getting 3 customers. Would you agree? It's a crazy amount of money. And the reason why we're doing it is because we want you to get off your backside and go and do it. All right. We want to bribe you to go and do it, to take action. And even better is that I would love you to introduce someone now. So the person has to be introduced in the next 2 weeks, and you have to help that person get 3 customers. And if you do that, we'll give you 10,000. Okay, 10,000 DAC coins. And if you do it twice, we'll give you 20,000 DAC coins. If you do it 10 times, we'll give you 100,000 DAC coins. I don't care how many coins we give you, because all we want you to do is to go out and spread the word. Okay. And the last thing we announced today is that the DAC coin is going to increase by 15%. Okay, in about 4 weeks' time. And you need to understand that we are going to list this DAC coin this year. It'll be at the end of the year, so long as the conditions are in place, which we think is going to happen. We are on track. All the things that we expect to be in place, we expect them to happen by the end of this year. So obviously the DAC pack has to stop when the coin is free floating, and it just means that you need to get off your backside to get that asset, because it has such potential to grow. So all the sort of pieces are in place, I think, for people to actually get moving. And for you personally, you should be wanting to get customers in, because even if they come in and put £100, €100, $100, whatever they put in, even if it's a small amount of money, which it is when we're talking wealth, the reality is that we have proven over 18 months that if they do that, if they're introduced properly, the next time they'll put in more. And the next time they put in money, it'll be something like 10 times, 5 times, 20 times more money. And we're not selling hair care, guys, here. This is a wealth creation. We want people to switch enough money out of their wealth cash resources into crypto, and for the growth in the marketplace to have a material impact on their wealth. You know, if you have 100 quid in this and it goes and you make 100 quid, you know, go out to dinner. Okay, it's not going to impact your life. It's not going to create the sort of wealth we want that to do. And you know, the other reason you want to go and do this is because the boom times are happening. You know, look, if you have a look, I'm not sure whether you can see that completely, but if you have a look at this graph shows the first crypto boom. You can see at the bottom it says 2017. So in 2017, we saw this steady growth, and then by the end of the year, it went absolutely crazy. Okay, and what we've seen is since that, you can see that first boom, and then since 2017, 2018 it tracked down. 2019 it had a big rise in the first half and just creeped down in the second half. And then this year we had a boom, obviously the co-ed drop, and then we've had the market rock again. And if you know anything about markets, when you focus on what's happening, that early stage growth in the first boom is like what's happening now. And because that's happening, and because of what we're hearing, when we look at what's happening, that little growth boom there in that little chart, okay, that first growth wave is replaced by that. And for us, That's what I want you to understand. It's going to happen. It'll only happen once. Okay? It'll only happen once. When Bitcoin is $100,000 a coin, it may go up, but it may just go down. It'll be traded more like gold, you know, going up by 10%, down 10%. That's how it'll operate. And the key thing you want to be involved with is this, as I said, is this next big crypto boom. And it might happen in 3 months' time. It might happen in 12 months' time. It doesn't matter. What you have to do is you just have to position yourself. And that means you've got to make sure that you help others position yourself. And the real reason that I hope you're listening to me is because if you get off your backside and get 3 customers now, no matter how hard it is or how easy it is or how much time it takes, if you get 3 now, the next 3 you get will be 10 times easier. And the next 3 you get will be 10 times easier. Do you see what I mean? You will have that confidence that comes from knowing that this is actually not difficult. So those people that we know that are involved in Dacxi, okay, those people that have got 3 customers know that the third person is a hell of a lot easier than the first. Would you agree? Yeah? Would you agree? So the third one is so much easier. So the fourth one is a hell of a lot easier. And by the time you're hitting 5th, it's just like you're batting them away like flies because everyone's trying to join. And that's what we want for you. Okay? That's what we want for you. And so the challenge is when we see that people are having problems, you know, we find out that everyone's looking for some magic bullet. And I know people have come on this webinar looking for some magic bullet that's going to just sort of change them. And I have one point that I actually is the only point I want to take away from this. But I want you to be clear about why it's so important and why in many years that I've been dealing with and helping people overcome a lack of confidence and a lack of results. There's one thing that I just know, if you get it, you'll find this easy and you'll make a fortune with Dacxi. Okay? But, you know, when it comes to magic bullets, there are, you know, the people will tell you that you just need to either focus on yourself or talk to people or follow a simple process, which you need to do. But there's one thing, one special secret sauce that I know if that you get, as I said, it'll change the things. Because when you think about you, okay, I'm sure you've thought about why you would want to do this. I hope it's you want to help people, and I hope you want to make money. And to make money helping people is a good thing. Would you agree? Yeah? That's a good thing. And, you know, you help someone get into crypto today and the market goes up by 200%, they'll be naming their next child after you. Their dog will be called after you. Okay? They will, because you would have stepped forward and helped them get it. We already know that because we have helped people get into crypto over the last couple of years, and those of you that have been around for a while will know that there are people who are turning around and saying, hey, look, you know, my portfolio is up 100%, 50%, 300%. And so they're enormously thankful that you did what you did to help them. And so I hope that is a motivation for you. And when it comes to actually really getting out there, you know, one of the biggest problems with people is that they're just not talking to people. You literally, the cool thing about this is you can talk to everyone. You only have to ask them how much crypto have they got. And it's not difficult. You're not asking them about, you're not talking to them about something challenging. You're talking about one of the most fascinating subjects. You know, I've talked to probably 3 people today about crypto, and one guy was serving me a burger, would you believe? One guy was serving me lunch, and, you know, you just ask them the question and they want to talk about it. So, you know, that's That's so easy, and we talk about it so much. You know, it shouldn't be difficult for you. And even if you're new, you don't have to know everything, okay? All you got to do is just have a few facts. And if you've got a few facts, the person will think you're an expert. Would you agree? You don't have to do a lot. You just have to know a few facts, and you know, that's so easy to learn from us. You'll be able to really nail this. And the process of going through and just simply contacting someone or chatting to someone that you meet, providing a little bit of information that just gives them a picture of what to do, and then just seeing what they want to do about it. That's what people are doing to introduce customers. It is not rocket science, okay? Some people will be interested, some people won't. Some people now, some people later. The point is you just need to the process, and you can learn how to do that. Like this, you know, on YouTube, we have presentations that will take you 5 or 10 minutes to do, okay? They won't take long. That one there is by Squid, who's the guy who obviously introduced me, and he's got and it's just a really simple, great, simple presentation. I think that video is maybe 5 minutes long, okay? And everyone can learn it because it's just literally, you just draw it on one piece of paper, an A4 piece of paper. It's not difficult. Everyone can learn how to do that. So I think a lot of people know that, okay? And we now have the proof that what we're saying is true. Because if people, even when it comes to what we suggest to people, because we have the proof that if you buy a bundle, a Dacxi bundle, instead of buying a Bitcoin, you make twice as much money, okay? It's not a guess, it's the proof. There is proof that that's happened. And that graph is over the last year. And if you bought a DAC pack, the performance is dramatically higher. It's 750% better buying a DAC pack than just buying Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, everyone raves about Bitcoin, yet you have substantially better results if you use our programs. And the reason why we do that is because we understand that portfolios deliver better results than just a single asset. It's a lower risk, higher return, more secure, smarter strategy than just buying bog standard Bitcoin, which a lot of people think they have to do to get involved in this space. And that's what I'm saying. We don't have to guess anymore. There are clear facts of what you need to do. So do you all remember what I just told you? Yeah? Do you remember? It's not difficult. You just got to have a good reason why you're doing this, which we hope you just want to help people. We hope that you want to make money out of this. We hope that you can share the sort of right place at right time, which is that simple growth curve, that you just go and talk to people and ask the question, have a couple of facts and that sort of stuff. But in all my years in helping people offer new financial opportunities. And for those of you that don't know, I have spent 30 years in the financial opportunities market. And in that market, I'm considered one of the world's experts in the strategies that you use. My books have sold millions, and I advise many organizations. And my thing is that I look at really why people struggle and how do you overcome that. And I think it's important that people understand this concept. The secret sauce is this. How many people would join if they knew they would succeed? Did you get that? How many people would join if they knew they could succeed? Okay? That is everything. Because the answer is what? You tell me, put in the chat. What do you think the answer to that question? How many people, if you were walking around and could communicate the Dacxi opportunity to buy some crypto as a wealth creation strategy for them, if they knew they were going to succeed, how many people do you think would actually buy some? Now, I can't see the chat, actually, but I suspect people are saying what? Everyone. Because they always do. They always do, because everyone knows that that's the answer. So the lesson is this, is people join based on their confidence and success. They look at what you're offering, they hear and see a little bit, but fundamentally to them, they're going, what is the chance of me succeeding in this thing? What is the chance of me succeeding in them? And so, you know, all you got to do is to do, you know, you've got to help them with the inspirational side. They've got to know, you know, are they in the right place at the right time? Which is why in the A4 presentation, we started by saying, hey, look, things aren't really working in these other areas. That's why people are switching their cash into crypto. And the reason you want to do that is because the second crypto boom is coming, and it's going to be driven by the largest financial institutions in the world. Bam! Right place, right time, so easy. What did it take me? 30 seconds, okay? 30 seconds, that's it, okay? Is it easy to join? It is like, hey, we make it so easy to join. You don't even have to, if you've ever tried to join through a lot of these other exchanges, it's really difficult, but we also have low entry rate, the highest security in the world. You get actually help doing it. No one helps people joining this space like we do. No one does. And the reason is people want that to feel what? Confident that they can do it. That's why we provide it, okay? It's a cost to us. It's a cost to everyone. But the point is they do it because we know that this is the thing that we have to overcome. We have to ensure that people are confident in success. And it's not just the person who's buying it's the crypto. It's really the person who's helping them. It's really you need to have that in your heart. Does everyone understand that? Do you understand that? You have to think that it's easy to join. You have to go through that process. But the real last ones are the important one is, can I learn easily and will they help you? Because confidence, you'll have some which will be inspirational, which is, hey, second crypto boom, okay? But the real thing that people need to know is they're in their head, they're not idiots, unless they look at this as like some sort of lottery ticket. They go, I need to learn how to do that. And the reality is that no crypto platform in the world will help you learn how to do this. They just won't. They'll give you an FAQ. They'll say, watch this weird video where they just go, oh, it's really simple, okay? But they won't help you to competence. They won't say, what do you need to know? Which is why these tests that we have launched are so important, okay? And whoever you have joins, you can now, if you go onto the Dacxi Facebook page, the normal Dacxi Facebook page, not an affiliate page, the Dacxi Facebook page, you will find that we have pinned the first test that people need to know. It's only 30 questions. We've pinned it so everyone can sit it, okay? And what you need to understand, and these numbers have just blown me away. If you know anything about online education, do you know the one problem with online education? Is people never do the tests, okay? They never do the tests. And in the whole Dacxi, like in the last few weeks, we have sent out 2 tests. One was for the coaches and one for just for customers. But if you take our whole base, 2/3 of our whole base have tried to sit a test. Like normally you would imagine that maybe 10% of people would do it, but more than 60% of every person who's ever bought anything from Dacxi in the past 2 years, okay? It is more than 66% of them have attempted to sit the test. It is just incredible. And of that 1/3 of them have passed. More than 1/3 of them, it's about 38%, have actually passed a test. And that's not double counting or anything like that. If someone sat the coach test and then they sat the customer test, we've isolated all of that. It's 1/3 of our whole base have passed a knowledge test, which for most people, they had to sit more than once, correct? Like most people had to sit it more than once. We know, we can see the results, okay? Very, 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 very few people pass the test. I passed the test, but then again, I wrote the thing, so I hope I wrote the things that they then changed the English. They probably need to keep changing the English because I speak in Kiwi English, which is very bad English. They write in English, but it's like, the point is that it's incredible. And the good thing, like, if you don't get it right, we don't give you the answers. You got to go away and find the answers. We force you to go and find the answers. Everyone goes, oh, but you should just show us the answers. We don't show you the answers because we want you to use this to do what? To do what? What do we want you to do? We want you to go and find the answer. We want you to learn, because if you learn, what happens? Your confidence goes up. You feel as though you can succeed better. So, you know, we just want people to do that test. And then the other thing, obviously, is we want you to get help. We now have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who have passed a Dacxi coach test. So they should have dramatically more confidence that they can answer questions for new people joining. Would you agree? I don't mean they're rocket science and crypto. I don't mean they're the sort of crypto expert that they know as much as Catherine or myself or Squid or others, you know, like Grant there. You know, they're not going to know as much as Dale or as Ben or someone like that. They're not going to know that much, but you know enough to be able to help a brand new person to get over that first step, to build their first confidence. Do you understand? And because of that, you can look someone in the eye and say, hey, look, you should do this. You can do this, because you can do this. It's just based on a little bit of knowledge that you can learn, and I will help you. Coaching is not, you know, coaching in our space is just helping someone learn. That's all you're doing, helping someone learn. You don't have to be the expert. You don't have to be the guru. You don't have to know all that. You just got to know more than the person joining, okay? And follow the simple process to help them learn. And that is the key. That's the key. It's all you need to know. That's the key, okay? And so long as when they join our communities, okay? Our Facebook communities, so they get that additional information, that just bumping information. Anyone with experience in the learning industry know all you got to do is lift that confidence up a little bit. Suddenly they're on the way. It's like a kid learning how to ride. You know, once they start, even if it's a little bit wobbly, they're moving forward, their confidence grows, and eventually you can ride a bike. It's the challenge is people don't know that they can ride a bike. You know, even Michael Schumacher did bunny hops when he first learned how to drive, all right? Everyone has that. And if we can just get those people going, that is the key. That is literally how we will change lives, because we will help those people get their confidence and get moving. And if you don't feel comfortable with this, it's really simple. You just got to do it. Just talk to people, help them get involved, even if it's just with a 1,000 free coin offer. Do that, practice it again, and you will eventually find it very, very easy to do it. And that's my message. End of lesson. I can tell you, after 30 years, millions of books, some of the most successful organizations in the world, if you distilled what's the difference between people who are able to introduce anyone and everyone, is that ability to help that new person when they look at this, is to say, hey, you can be successful. And you don't yell it at them, you don't that sort of stuff. It really just comes through in your eyes. And if you can pass a test, you can pass one of those tests, then you can help someone else pass the test. Would you agree? Hello, would you agree? If you can pass the test, you can help someone else pass the test, okay? And if that's all you need, all you got to go and do is then get off your backside and go and talk to a whole lot of people. And that's it. And you will know, because of the way you feel about this thing, you will know, because you'll find that you'll have a different confidence to be able to do it. Does that make sense, guys? Yes, no? Get it? And that's my message. 30 years of helping people in this space, and I've looked at every strategy, and so many of them are too hard. But in reality, the great challenge with new financial opportunities is always just getting that first step, getting that confidence to get going. And I know that, that if I asked a number of you, that when you first had a look at this, you had a few doubts, right? You did. Even though a friend may have talked to you, you had a few doubts. But if you knew by looking the person in the eye or just getting that feeling from them that your chances of success were going to be high, then you'll join. And the cool thing about us is we've got more of a support program than probably every other company put together. A real one. People, learning, support, okay? All different levels, all different types of people, men and women, old and young, okay? It don't matter. It don't matter. We do that. So I hope that's good. Guys, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions for me about the subject personally? No? Hey, look, that's great. That's great, guys. You know, we want to probably cut the recording short so it's able to be, you know, it's able to be shared. But Rob has a question. Are you there, Rob?
Rob unmuted.
Hi, Rob. Yeah. I can hear.
Yeah, good. Thank you. You mentioned about the older folk in the our clientele, if you like.
Yep.
And I'm one of the over 40 guys. I have
the older ones. That's okay.
But I was just wondering, a lot of my problem so far has been, I mentioned this to Andrew earlier, it's to do with the actual mechanical aspects of, you know, using the computer and moving things aside. I mean, we didn't have computers when I was at school, obviously. Is that something that you could possibly, you know, spread the word a bit about? Because I know it's easy when you know how, but until you know how, it's something that is incredibly frustrating.
Look, the reality is that we've made, you know, we've tried to make the processes that we suggest people to do to be as simple as possible. The reality is we find that, you know, nearly everyone is either able to use a computer or they know someone who can. I think the number of times I've heard people say, oh, no, it's pretty easy. And you find out that a 17-year-old niece actually did all the computer strokes as they roll their eyes because Uncle Rob, you know, or great Uncle Rob isn't able to do that. You know, as like all things these days, you can't get around the fact that you have technology, and we you know, most people can find someone to give a hand. And that's the great thing about having this coaching process that we have embedded. To us, affiliates are coaches, and you're actually going to find that the name of affiliates is going to be changed. So it's not affiliates. So we're going to revolve everything around the word coach, because really that's why we have an organization. Like, we could use some sort of other marketing strategy, but we would never get that one-to-one support that people need at the start. We do that, we crack it, and we know it works really well at the moment. So, and it makes us very unique. No one else does that.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Ed.
My pleasure. Okay, that's fantastic. So I think, look, if you're watching this as a recording, as we want, you know, we want people to share it. If you if you're watching this as a recording, we hope, we assume that you're in Dacxi, and the key thing that we actually want to do, and this is from me and every other person that I know in Dacxi, we just really, now it's time to go out and talk to people. And if you struggle with the confidence of doing that, if you feel as though you're not quite sure that you're able to do that, all you got to do is learn. Okay, and we have so many learning things that you can do to just find out, and we have people that will help you. Okay, people that will help you. That's, you know, the stuff is on the affiliate.dacxi.com network. Thanks, Squid. You know, it's not difficult. So thanks a lot, guys, and let's rock and roll. And make sure there's incentives. So you got to get off your backside and go into action. All right. Like, I'm not going to offer this large amount of DAC coins for you to do so little work. All right. I'm doing that to bribe you to get off your backside and go into action. So all the best, guys. It's fantastic. Thanks so much.